Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. Another beautiful day. My God, what is going on this year with the weather? Right, beer review, like I say, and it's a new brewery to me and the channel. It's a Welsh brewery. I've got no idea how to say it. I've got no idea how to say the brewery either. So what we are looking at is that big name on the front there. Bendigeifran or something, Bendigeifran or something. I don't know. It's a Welsh red ale. It is coming in at 5% in a 500ml bottle. And it's from the brewery. It's called, I don't know how you say it, Bragdy lleu, I don't know. Bragdyleu. And the double L-E-U is a separate word. But yeah, I've never had anything from, I can't say the word, picked up from a garden centre, Grosvenor Garden Centre in Chester. And I think these beers are actually normally quite, they were charging something like £3.70 each or something, or you could buy 3 bottles for £8. So it's coming at about £2.70, something like that. Yeah, and it's a Welsh red ale. Now it says on the back, the name of the beer was the king of the island of Britain in the legends of Mabing. Oh, fucking, I don't know. It's a Welsh red ale anyway. Look at that. Nice artwork. Like I say, first beer of theirs on the channel. Plain black bottle cap. Glasses at the ready. It's kind of roomish temperature, if you like, pretty much. So yeah, let's get it cracked open, see what we get. Apologies to all the Welsh out there. I do apologise. I'm not Welsh, as you can tell. And I am not up on their lingo. Or their language, I should say, really. Not their lingo, it's their language. So I do apologise to anyone. Please put a comment in the video. Leave a comment, tell me how to say it and what have you. And I'll happily have a go. Because I'll probably end up picking some more, probably, of this stuff. There's a few other breweries, beers at this garden centre, so I do want to try some. I got this one. And I've got another brewery that there's quite a few of their beers of. So yeah, it will come in. Anyway, Welsh Red IPA. Yeah, it's got sort of like, I don't know, red. You could say red. You could say like a deep amber. Let's say red just to keep the peace. There's a few bubbles going up there. Just gentle bubbles going up, which is quite surprising because you don't normally get many bubbles in this glass. We've got just about a finger of slightly off-white head. So I'm going to give it a swirl and see what we get. Yeah, it's got that typical sort of red ale sort of smell to it, if you like. I mean, Welsh Red IPA, is that a red ale or is it a IPA? But to me, it smells like typical sort of, you know, red ale. Malty, nutty. There's a nuttiness in there. Maybe a little bit of toffee caramel. Maybe a little bit fruity, a little bit hoppy. Yeah, there's quite a lot going on in there, really, to be honest. Anyway, let's dive in on that beer. It's the big one underneath the bloke. That's the name of the beer. Welsh Red Ale, 5%. Let's give her a go. Cheers, everyone. And apologies to the Welsh. Yeah, it's nice. That's nice. Go in again. In a different glass, I reckon the body of the beer would feel better. If I give it a swill. The body, you know, it's only 5% beer. So you're not necessarily going to have a really heavy body. The body's all right. But there is just a tad bit of lightness to it. But let's have another go in. But I think it's the sort of beer that isn't really going to sort of keep ahead. So body's quite decent. Well, all right, I should say. Gently carbonated, very smooth, very soft in the mouth. There's quite a bit of flavour in this beer. It's very much traditional, if you like. I mean, they might say a Welsh Red IPA. They might want to call it craft. But for me, it's got that traditional sort of feel to it. malty, slightly sweet. That sweetness maybe goes into a little bit of a toffee caramel note. Just as it's sort of turning into that sort of note, for me, the hops start kicking in, and you get that hoppy bitterness. It's got that typical sort of traditional ale hoppy bitterness for me, and that bitterness is lingering. It's still there. There is maybe a feel of a sort of fruity citrus note in the bitterness. I said the body wasn't overly heavy, if you like. It was sort of had a light feel to it, but that does give it quite a good drinkability. 5%. I don't really think you get the 5%, but what I will say is what I always say is when you've got quite a strong bitterness on a beer, certainly on sort of like these sort of traditional beers, I do feel it adds to the feel of strength. So I think it does sort of drink like a 5% beer in taste, but you don't get any sort of alcohol thing going on in it. What do I think of it? Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it wouldn't be, again, a red IPA or red ales, again, aren't a style that I'm massively into, but I'll quite happily drink one. So would I pick it up again? Probably not, more because of the style. Is it any good? Yeah, I think for it's a Welsh red IPA or red ale, it's doing what it is really. You certainly get, if a red IPA is different to a red ale, I don't know. I would say this is doing it because you are getting that lingering sort of bitterness of an IPA. But yeah, it's not a bad beer. So there we go. There's the name of the beer. I got no chance of telling you the name of saying the brewery, but it's down there. Would I recommend it? Yep. If you're into your old school sort of beers, give it a go. If you're Welsh, you've got to give it a go, haven't you? You've got to support your local breweries. I will pick some excuse me, cough up, as I will pick some more of their beers up to try. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. What a great ending to a video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.